Rock music!
I don't know if I like this game or I hate it.
Get away from me, you mangy animal! Good God!
What's up, everybody? It's Scythe, that's Antignaut, taking a first look at Legend of Dungeon. This is an indie game that is currently on Steam right now. All the links and all of that coolness is going to be in the description. And goodness gracious, what beautiful music. This game's pretty awesome. I must admit that I have been pretty addicted to it. I've only played it for about an hour, but still, man, this game is just absolutely awesome for a pixel dungeon adventure. And it's 4-player locally on one system, as well as I think over the internet, but don't quote me on that one. I'm just expecting it because why wouldn't it be? But this game is just beautiful. This game is awesome, and I really wanted to do a first look. I'm not exactly sure what I can explain about it other than to show it, because this is one of those games that really is difficult to explain, at least for me. So let's start playing. Yeah! Start my timer here. Hold down, and I'm using a controller too. Thou 'tis nobler than thine gold. I don't know. Let's go downstairs and check out these cool characters. Ooh, Sebastian Van Hillwaff, character design. David Dureg did music, which, way to go, dude. That's awesome. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Now, when you first start out, you want to grab all of this stuff all over the place. These are all the dudes. And if you want to change your character, if you're a male, you go into the male washroom, and then you come out as a girl, and vice versa. You can go into the girls' washroom and come out as a dude. And see, your skin color, your hair, and stuff like that kind of change each time. I would just keep going to try and get a cooler character than this chap, but he's cool enough. It's okay. It's okay. Grab all the beer. And, okay, so this is how it works. You go down into a dungeon. You kill enemies with beautiful dynamic lighting and gorgeousness. And also, one of the most important things that you did want to grab up there is the torch. And with this game being a 4-player game, you can actually have some characters that'll carry a torch around in some of the really dark rooms, because you do run into them later on, and then other people to fight. Anyway, this is a switch. Attack is the action button. So if there's something that you run into to push a button, you simply attack it. Oh, excuse me, give me a second here. Okay, there we go. And one of the other things that I think is just ingenious design here is, you see how the door is red? Red means that that is the last door we came out of. And you'll see later, actually I'll show you right here. Will it show it right here? Oh no, it won't, because we just went into that room. But I'll show you right here. If we go into this room, then we swap back through. Swap back through, come on, dude. But rooms that we've been in are marked with a purple door. So it's actually a really smart system. You'd be surprised how little you get confused. And another thing that this game's strongest point is, you know, you can level up and stuff like that, of course, but they also have hidden switches like that one we just hit there. I'm not exactly sure what it did, if anything. Oh, it put on the torches, okay. But there's also, if you address your attention to the bottom left, there's hats. And these make, and these are game breakers, like in a good way. Where it's like this hat right here, just is a Pharaoh's hat. By the way, I must mention that all the dungeons are completely randomly generated. So each time you start a new file, it's going to be a different adventure altogether, and it's just awesome. But anyway, all of the hats in the game range in giving you special abilities. Now, you know, like this Pharaoh's hat, for example, you can see in the bottom left. See the +4? It's saying that it's going to give us +4. And our default that we have for our defense, because it's a little shield, is +0. So as soon as we put that on, we've now got 4 defense. Yes! And it is awesome. I guess the leftmost on the purple in the bottom left is showing our base defense, and then the purple on the rightmost is showing what we're currently equipped to. But the hats can range, like you really gotta kind of mess with them yourself to be able to tell what exactly they do, because one of them, just for a prime example, that I ran into last time I was playing was a bunny hood, and it doesn't say that it gives you any stats. However, when you put it on, your character walks faster and jumps higher, and they have some crazy awesome hats, and the imagination does not stop there. It also goes with some of the weapons. I'm hoping that we'll be able to run into one within this playthrough. By the way, this game is also permadeath and currently doesn't let you save, but apparently they're supposed to be working on it. Now, down there is the next floor that we could go on, but we're going to, for the sake of this, let's start clearing out this first floor, because that's the thing is, you can start rushing it, but it's not really advised if you want to kind of find all the best loot and stuff. You want to really explore, not to mention getting experience so that you level up like that, which is absolutely gorgeous. And now our max health went from 100 to 110, and then we can just eat all of our apples till we get it. And by the way, beer, which so far all I can find is you get at the beginning of the game, you drink it and all of a sudden your guy gets drunk and he's crazy. But yes, I'm not controlling him. He's kind of going in all directions, and I'm just attacking and hoping that works. But yeah, hopefully we're going to be able to find some really cool weapons. I actually ended up finding one that's like a 5K sword or something like that. Now, sometimes switches will turn on the torches and then a wall might open up. The walls can range from giving booby traps with a bunch of enemies or, you know, be really cool gold and stuff like that. But as I was saying about the weapons, you can find some pretty imaginative weapons. I ended up finding one weapon one time that actually, every time you would attack an enemy, it would spawn flying red skulls around you. And it was just overkill, man. Like, it's like, because every time you attacked, it would spawn like 3 at a time. So imagine if you're fighting a tough enemy, and by the way, those red skulls would attack the enemy, but it's like it would make the damage just ridiculous. You can also hold your attack to do a charge attack, which can be pretty good in some situations, but I don't usually bother because you can usually just mash your way through everything. For a game that's permadeath, I haven't really found this game to be particularly hard. I actually like it that way because you're very overpowered, but some of the later dungeons really do start to get a little bit trickier though. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to deal with that in this first look, but you kind of can experience it for yourself. Now, there is a max floor as far as I know. I'm not sure what it is, unfortunately, sorry about that, but I do know that, ooh, a magnet. I do know that this game is, you can complete it, and people were saying that you complete it in maybe 2 hours or so, because you have to do it in a solid sitting, one sitting, rather than being able to save. They're going to incorporate saving. Someone also mentioned, not the developers, but someone also mentioned being able to turn permadeath on and off with an option, and I think that's great. I think that's a great idea. I'm always a big advocate of giving the players options. And, you know, of course, all other people start arguing, saying, oh, how the game wouldn't be fun if you didn't have permadeath. But it's like, that's just those hardcore nerds that just like torturing themselves with video games and don't like change. You know, like, seriously, that's, you know, I'm not down in them because they're nerds. I'm down in them because they're people that are in, you know, they're this type of people that stop progress. But anyway, now let's get to the potions. Questionable yellow potion. Let's see what this one does. That one healed us. Let's see what an azure potion does. That one seemed to give us more attack power. Oh, excuse me. And a hot pink potion? I don't even know what that did. I think it gave us more health, or it was just beautiful. Anyway, here's a koala hat. Ooh, yeah. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that did, other than give us a crap ton more defense. And let's throw that on the ground. Ooh! See, now with stuff like this, sometimes it won't be a crate. Oh, so you can find beer in the dungeons. Sometimes it'll be a crazy ass weapon up there or something that you can find, and sometimes you don't. Now, I ended up finding a total, like, I was playing once and I didn't know that you couldn't save. As soon as I ended up quitting the game, and then I read, oh, you can't save, damn, my file got deleted. But whatever, the game actually plays well enough that it's okay that it doesn't save for now. Although it would be a good feature to be able to save at least one file at a time, you know? I don't know what it is with indie games that don't allow saving. I think that it's just very strange. But either way, they're going to incorporate that, so that's a good thing. And hopefully they'll be able to get that out soon. Now, another thing. Yes, let's drop that. Let's see what the magnet does. Magnet seems... Ooh, look! It pulls items to us. And it gives... Aha! We can wear it as a hat, and it'll pull items to us. Now, as I was mentioning previously, say there was an item up there that was really good rather than a crate or something, and say you couldn't find the switch because sometimes you can't, then this magnet would come in handy. I also, last time I was playing, found a total game breaker. Let's just go to the next floor for kicks. I found a remote control. Now, if you can... Oh, that's good. This hat is great. Look at that. But I ended up finding a remote control, and what that actually did... This is just to show off the range of the items that you can find. What a remote control actually did was I would be on a screen, click it, and then everything that, like, if there was a switch in the room, it would automatically turn on and activate. You know, like, you didn't have to go searching for the switches or anything like that. It just, you know, you could just press it, and bam! And it was so awesome, and I was overkill, I'm just gonna say. Like right here, these torches, and maybe a potential hole in the wall right there, you could press the button, and boop, it would all be on. Now, another thing, too, that we're probably not going to run into in this first look, because you don't run into it until a little while later, is why are we gathering all the gold? Well, the gold, as you can see in the way bottom left, that's where our gold's at, and you can actually run into some shops in this game. That's right, and they can sell some pretty overpowered stuff. I ended up buying a spell book. By the way, let's have this muddy potion. Makes you puke. The best one is when you can puke rainbows, and I'm not joking. You can seriously puke rainbows. Sometimes also you will run into enemies like this that are extremely overpowered for your floor, just to give you a challenge. But as I was saying, what I ended up finding at the shop was a magic spell book that, by the way, magic is awesome in this game because it's infinite. You don't have to worry about a mana pool or anything. But I ended up finding a spell where I could spawn infinite skeletal warriors, and it was just beautiful. Wow. Oh! Is this guy even evil? Can we even kill him? He seems to be invincible, actually. Yep, he's invincible. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Holy crap. Is he dying? Is that what happened? Did he explode and die? That reminds me of Zombies Ain't My Neighbors. Holy cow. Alright, this is it. This is the battle. These bats are going down, man. Oh, I see. It was... Aha! Okay, cool. Hot pink potion. Whoa! I don't know what that does, but okay. Let's get rid of our koala hat, because who cares? Let's drink the milky white potion. That gave us a stat. More bats! Now, the good thing about these bats, each of them are giving us experience. Oh, I see. He's a weird enemy, so it seems like his bats are limited. And it's like, I guess he's a Dracula or something like that, right? Sparkling gold potion. Farted. But it seems like every time he turns into bats, there's less and less bats because we keep killing them all, right? So in order to kill him, we have to kill the last bat. Yeah! And then that's what happens when you run into bonus enemies like that, is if you can manage to kill them, they give you a crap ton of experience, gold, and everything. Blood red potion. We exploded from the inside out. But seriously, man, I am so addicted to this game, and we're probably going to end up doing it for a Monday, me and my brother, Johnny, Captain Napkin, just because of how cool it is, and I want to be able to actually experience it multiplayer. I think if you can get a bunch of friends to be playing this game with you, man, that's where it would be at, especially in the later dungeons, because things do actually start getting quite a bit more complicated. You wouldn't think so, but they do. Like, there'll be some maps where it's like, ooh, that's cool. There'll be some maps you'll actually run into where... Is there an enemy still around? Yeah, he is. You'll run into some maps where you will actually have, like... what is it? It's like a screen will be pitch black. So you keep having to switch to your torch and stuff like that. And inventory management is possible, but it's not very good. Ooh! This is actually a really good item. I found it way later on my last file. It's a coffee mug, and what it does is makes us run super fast. So what I like to do is keep it next to my sword so that you can switch for fighting and then just switch right back for, you know, doing more stuff. Push the switch. Now, a cheap way that you can organize your inventory is, let's just say we want to get our torch over by our swords. Drop it and pick it back up, and then it throws it over there. Now, let's drop our sword, pick that back up, and then we'll drop our coffee and pick that up. And now our sword is in between the torch and the coffee. So that just works out perfectly. Oh, excuse me. Now, that's pretty much all there really is to say about this game for now, and it looks like we just went in a full circle, so we're actually going to call it here for this first look. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and yeah, you know, I hope you enjoy the first look series and stuff like that, and just, yeah, this game is really awesome. The links will be in the description of where you can obtain it. Get out of here. Those are the skeletal warriors that I was talking about that I was able to spawn. And I'm kind of just letting myself die here because I don't really care about this file. But anyway, please be sure to like the video. I really would appreciate it, and it helps me out more than you know. And if you want to see more in this series or any of my other videos, be sure to subscribe. Sign on, stay epic, everybody. Ooh, some kind of wizard's hat.
Your face